We live yet?
No, so what's going to happen is, because they're recording straight through, because this isn't going live, our mics are going to be on the whole time. So what we'll say at quarter, half and three-quarter time is, and we'll be right back after this, and then we'll turn these off, and then it won't record. Okay?
Nothing can go wrong there.
Just a little bit manual today.
Nothing can go wrong there. What's your last name, Anna?
My last name?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
How you do it? Quick.
L-Y-E-A. Brilliant.
Yay.
No, you spelled it wrong, but that's okay.
It's alright, we just spell it phonetically. See that cover there?
When are we on?
Be right. Are we right? Yeah, are we on? Yeah.
The 2017 Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Championships, Day 7, it's finals day. Under 17 action, New South Wales up against Victoria. Have met 3 times this week already. New South Wales victorious on all 3 occasions. Day 3, 52-43. Day 5, 53-29. And in the semi-final, 51-32. New South first to score. Heaney, Turner. Intercept from Evans. Cram, back to Malone. Considine, who was outstanding in the semi-final against Victoria. Noble, Hill. Wayward pass there from Victoria. Evans onto Cram. Swings it across court to Considine. Cram on the drive with the split. And New South, first 2 goals of the game. New South playing a tight man-on-man. Good tip there from Alice. Wistowich, though, strong on the rebound. That's the first for Victoria. Michael Hutchinson here with you in commentary. Dave Mills alongside me.
Good morning, Michael. Great to be here for this grand final match between the New South Wales 17s, Victoria 17s. Should be a cracker match today, buddy.
Few technical difficulties to start us off this morning.
Just a few, Michael. Absolutely. So, but we're getting there. We soldier on.
We will.
Like Codrell.
We're old hacks now.
Yeah, right.
Alice picks up the crumbs. Malone looking to bring it out of defence for New South Wales. Alice, Considine. Thompson and Evans with a quick 1-2. Cram. Considine uncontested circle edge.
Probably need to go with a quicker release there. The boys are setting up for him. He's hanging on to it a little bit long.
First phase is on.
Every time. So 12.5 to play, which boosted out to 3-1 to New South Wales with their centre next.
If you're on Twitter today, get at us, AMNA Men's Mix, or on Instagram, Australian Men's Netball. Turnover breaking call on the centre pass for New South Wales. Noble looking for an option.
The old coach killer there.
Hill. Dehaney, who was open. Wistowich won't shoot from there. Nice cut from Turner.
Ooh, unlucky that. It was more in than out. Nice shot, 3-2 to the New South Wales side. Victoria Centre next. That turnover proving quite costly. Victoria making them pay. Chance to tie it up here on this play.
Heaney, loose hands. New South Wales throw in the centre third. Thompson to take it. Good work.
Oh, and he won
Called by
the throw in.
there.
Yeah.
Yep. In the right spot at the right time.
Umpire Anarele.
Heaney, Hill, Cram just getting to his feet. Heaney on the drive. Turner swings it to Hughes. Wants to do it alone. Ellis with the throw in for New South Wales, looking to drive into attack. Thompson, Malone, Ellis, they're still in the goal third. Bit of a press put on by the 17 Victorian side.
It's a common tactic for all the Victorian sides, Michael, across the board. It's obviously a pattern they train as a squad. Very effective. And it looks like New South Wales are trying the same tactic, Michael, but not to the same effect as the Victorians at the moment.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, isn't it, Dave?
Absolutely. Sarcasm's the lowest form of wit.
We're ticking both boxes here.
Oh, having a great day out.
The 2017 Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Champs coming to you live from the Gold Coast Sports and Leisure Centre. It's been a great week of action, and we've got some great matches coming your way later on this afternoon. Stay with us. We're going right through until 4:30. The last game starts at 3.
And I believe we've got a couple of guest commentators today, Michael.
We have some huge guests for
Absolutely.
the Open men's match today. The bandies back together. Sue Gordian, Dan Ryan. Can't miss that one.
It's World Cup reunited, isn't it?
It is.
So
bringing out the big guns for the big final.
Dan is actually nearly on transit. He'll be here shortly, coming down from his hotel with the Adelaide Thunderbirds. Maybe he'll bring a couple of Thunderbirds with him.
Let's hope so.
So we can only hope.
We've had plenty of guests this week. Steph Wood, Erin McKyree, Gary Ablett from the Gold Coast Suns, who train next door at Metricon Stadium. New South Wales push out the lead, though, to 5-2. Scored the last 3. Turner for Victoria. Back to Hill. Heaney. Bit of a misread there from Hughes. Was intended for Turner. Turner looking to create something. Quick ball from Hughes. Wistowich got air on that. Alice, great pressure over the shot. Probably no relation to Liz, but she'll be happy with that defensive effort.
He's got the same sort of legs, though.
Stunning legs.
We digress. This under-17 tournament, Michael, has been won by Victoria every year right back until 2007. So it's a remarkable stat. They've won 10 straight. 2006, it was Western Australia. But the last 10 years have all been Victoria. So going for the 11th straight championship. So that's some record.
Incredible. And to be honest, you'd have to say New South Wales would be favourites going into this match. They've won all 3 games this week by margins of between 9 and 24.
Absolutely. The semi-final was an amazing game. The New South Wales side just clicked into gear right from the start and never took the foot off the pedal.
So 7-2 now.
Absolutely. They're out to a good start here.
Halfway through the first quarter.
Coached by Josh Bogers, one of our commentators for the week, and he's also the Australian Sonics 17's assistant. So.
He'd be very pleased with his start.
Oh, yes, he certainly would be.
Turner goals for Victoria. Brings the margin back to 4. We've had great crowds all week. It'll be the highest attended championships in AMNA's 34-year history. Expecting about 2,000 today.
Last year I was lucky enough to be coaching the Queensland side, and they formed this like small stadium effect. The noise, they estimated about 1,700 people. The noise was incredible. We expect the same today. New finalists for the first time in a while. Queensland's not in the side in the final. New South Wales, Victoria. Should be an absolute cracker.
And you'd have to say, too, for that one, New South Wales would go in as favourites. Destroyed Victoria 62-47 on day 6, and then accounted for Queensland last night in the prelim final 62-50 after Victoria won through early yesterday morning in a thriller 61-60. So
Yeah,
Queensland knocked out in straight sets.
Yeah, that semi-final just took so much out of the Queenslanders. There was no way.
Particularly
they
with
could
the
really
injuries that they unfortunately sustained this week.
Yeah,
Some horrific injuries.
Yeah, I've never seen a Queensland side have a week like that. Like, you know, they barely had 7 players last night. So they toughed it out pretty much till 3/4 time. But then in the end, the physical fitness of the New South Wales side was just too overpowering for them.
Yeah, New South Wales coming home in a canter. It was 13-8 the last quarter. New South Wales looking to extend their lead. They do through Brockman. 10-3.
We're only early stages of the first quarter, but the game's starting to slip away from the Victorians. They really need to respond. They need to get that. They don't want that lead to get any more before quarter time.
They're making it hard for New South Wales to penetrate into attack, but they're really struggling in their forward line to get some flow on the ball.
Yeah. Obviously, their big shooter is he's coming out more than he would have in any other tournament, really, any other game this week. He probably just needs to post up. It's a trap for young players. It's like when you think when the ball's not coming out, you've got to go out and help. That's actually one of the worst things you can do. You actually need to be your post, be your target, and that's when they'll get some ball into the circle.
Cram over the arm of Hill. New South Wales looking very comfortable early. Thompson, Cram, Considine in the air. Back to the transverse for New South Wales. Good hold from Brockman. The shot to follow. Ristowicz brings one back for Victoria.
Crowd trying to lift the young Victorians.
Brockman extends the lead for New South Wales. Victoria looking to score off their centre pass.
We're inside the last 4, and I'd say the Vics still haven't settled. The front line is, and another turnover there on cue. They're trying to put their zone press on here, but New South Wales straight through it to Cram. On to Thompson. That was just nice play. Just flowed down the court, Michael, and then the shot was, we had a step.
So Victoria really need to capitalise on this.
Yeah.
Trail by
They
9.
haven't missed many opportunities, so the Turner with the shot here really needs this.
Oh,
swat
jump
on the
from
way up.
Alice.
Sensational. Maybe is related to the famous Liz.
I'm sure she'd be happy to be having
Well,
the association.
that was very Liz-esque, wasn't it?
It was. And followed through to push his side into attack. Heaney now. Ristowicz home alone, but Alice again.
He's the man of the hour. So. Haven't had a goal for a while as New South Wales create the turnover there. Through to Thompson, fumbles, back up. Little tip there from the West WD from Victoria. Throw into New South Wales from the side. 2:14 to play. It's a 9-goal margin here to the New South Welshman. Malone sets him up to Considine. Oh, nice triangle work there. Went to the top. Kept it in. The shooter was unguarded under the post. Should finish here on the penalty. And he does. So it's getting all too easy for New South Wales at the moment. 14-4. The margin is 10. It's New South Wales ball next. We're inside the last 2 in the first. Misstep there by the umpire. New South Wales breathe a little easier there.
So New South Wales through Evans, outside the circle, across to Considine, just a Hail Mary pass to Brockman.
Was it nice Hail Mary pass, wasn't it? And the margin's 11.
Victoria,
They just can't get any connections anywhere at the moment.
he's just not falling their own way. I'm surprised they haven't made a change. Only got a minute left in the first quarter, but they've really struggled to get their flow on. And Brockman falling out of court.
The casino product there, grab the ball. Great shot. So, hello to his sister watching in Singapore. I know Leah quite well. She's been following us on the feeds and the live stream. She sent us a few tweets to our Amna Men's Mixed Twitter handle. And she'll be watching with enthusiasm today to see how her brother does.
We've had the live stream. We've had great comments from people in Sweden, Jamaica, Barbados. Plenty of viewers right around the world.
The response has been amazing, hasn't it?
You wouldn't have been able to predict the response that we've had so far. It's all been overwhelmingly positive. Certainly something that's going to take men's netball to that next level. Nice shot from Turner.
Maybe that'll spark the the Victorians into some sort of action just before the half.
New South Wales looking for one more off Brockman.
The time beats everyone.
And that
Quarter
is
time, Michael.
quarter time, 17-5 to New South Wales in the 17 and under 2017 Australian Men's and Mixed Netball Champs final. We'll be back right after this. And we're back for the second quarter. New South Wales lead handsomely, 17-5.
And taking on the theory that you said before about we need to get the front end working, Vic have made a change. Bodie Stringer's come off and Cam Hughes has gone into the wing attack spot.
Other way around there, Dave.
Yeah, I can read. Yes, Bodie
Hughes
Stringer's
off,
come
Stringer
on.
on.
That's it. Thank you, buddy. It's been a long week. So,
We'll forgive you for that one. You haven't
late
made many
night.
mistakes this week, Dave.
oh, only about 400. So,
Stringer, that's a good pass into Turner. Turner, he's going to back himself. Just off the rim, Ellis with the rebound. Thompson, touch from Noble. And it'll be a New South Wales throw in the goal third. Ellis. Malone and Ellis. Victoria, a wide box formation through the midcourt. New South Wales get through there now. Cram, Considine and Brockman. He was early on his lead. Hill at his heel over the line. So it'll be a New South Wales throw in. Nice drive along the base from Cram. That left-handed shot is a good one.
Well, it's a better start to New South Wales. They looked a little bit more composed there. They got the ball through the Victorian press zone. And nice shot to finish. Can they go 2 in a row? It appears they can. Nice work there by New South Wales. Again, the margin extends to 14, 19-5. We're played just a minute and a half in the second quarter.
Turner gets one back for the Vics. Coming up after this one, Court 1 men's reserve. It's Queensland up against Victoria.
Woohoo!
And
Go to Q's.
There's not many Queenslanders in the finals today, Dave.
That's about all we've got to cheer for.
Victoria will contest in every one of the 6 finals in open mixed on court 3. It's Victoria up against New South Wales. The big one at 1 o'clock, the open men's, Victoria, New South Wales. And rounding out the finals day today, as Brockman just cooks that one, 23 and under and mixed reserve at 3 p.m. Queensland and Victoria in 23 and under, and New South Wales Victoria in the mixed reserve. These two sides finished top of the pool after the first 5 days. Good recovery from Alice there on the pass, the Wish the Witch.
The Victorians are working so hard to get that ball through. That like the New South Wales unit is just so well drilled in defence there. Every pass is contested. Even if they go to a zone, they seem to be sliding from side to side.
Yep.
It's so difficult for the Victorians.
Particularly for this age group to be able to rectify that so very quickly.
Yeah.
New South Wales undefeated through the rounds. So they're 9 wins in a row after their semi-final win against Victoria yesterday.
Going for the perfect 10.
Going for the perfect 10, absolutely.
And they got a margin of 12 early in the second quarter. 3 gone.
Heaney, good pass there around the body of the New South Wales defenders. Wish the Witch. Just mistimed the jump. Ellis will take the throw in. Turner hanging back at the transverse line. This press is on early from Victoria. New South Wales just need a driver straight through the middle.
There's a few holes in that one, and there it is.
And there's a ball to Considine.
As you predicted.
Oh, good ball from Evans, almost out of the reach of Brockman, but he gets his hand to it. 3.5 gone in the second. New South Wales looking comfortable on the scoreboard. Brockman, his timing is impeccable. Both defenders out. Take the lead to 14.
It's one-way traffic at the moment for the New South Wales side.
No direction on that pass from Noble, just flung it in the air.
The Vic boys are trying very, very hard, but it's just there's a little bit of that class at the moment, really. The team's obviously well drilled. They've bring the ball through. They've got tall ends. There's winners all over the park for the New South Wales side at the moment, and that's making it very difficult for Victoria. They're not playing particularly badly. It's just that the other team's playing exceptionally well.
Good attempt from Heaney off his hands. Tip from Hill. Time called by the umpire while The ball is retrieved.
Oh, there it is.
Evans, Considine, Cram. Back to Evans. Circle edge, top of the circle. It's where you want your wing attack.
Set up beautifully there, didn't he? He was just in the right spot, easy feed in, and the 1-2, and it was a goal. So,
Textbook netball.
oh, netball's a winner today, isn't it?
Netball's going to be a massive winner
And
from
men's
this
in
week.
particular.
Certainly. All of these games will be available shortly to view again on replay on the AMNA YouTube account.
I believe they'll be able to be purchased too if you want to get a DVD. They're going to be burning onto a DVD of your choice, and nice little cover on there, a little picky on the front.
Do we get a photo on the front?
Oh, I'm sure we'll be in the inset.
Oh, they want it to sell, don't they?
Oh, no, we've got some pulling power, I'm sure. So, someone out there loves us. Hello, Mum.
Victoria looking to make some inroads into the margin. Not only do they need to score off their own, they need to get some ball from New South Wales. Incredibly,
It doesn't hurt when you miss shots like that. Like, he was in a great position, good technique, and just, just rolled off his hand in the incorrect manner and then missed. At least they get the throw-in back in here. They can't afford to miss goals. And
nice idea from Heaney,
yeah,
just unable to pull it off.
they're starting to force the passes now, the Vics. They're playing catch-up netball right now, and they probably don't need to do that just yet.
No.
Settle, get into their rhythm. Once they're
Yep.
playing better netball, then they'll find that the scoreboard will start ticking over for them, because at the moment it's stagnating.
It was 12 at quarter time, but they've got 3 quarters to bring it back. I think they're just in a bit of rush mode to try and bring the margin back as quick as possible. They only need to peg back 1 goal at a time.
That's exactly right. If they were 4 a quarter, it would be even at the end. So that's exactly what you're saying. It's absolutely correct. And that's a hard thing to get through to kids. You know, that all they see is a scoreboard ticking over the other way.
Plenty of gusto. Margin back to 13. So Victoria keeping pace. Better in this second quarter. Quarter break, just 6-5 in favour of New South Wales. So Victoria certainly putting on a better show. Considine will take the throw in. Evans looks for Cram, finds him with an acre of space. Considine swings it to Evans and Cram. Beautiful timing. And a beautiful goal too.
Just on that, Brockman hit 8 out of 9 in the first quarter. Superb display there. Brad Cram's hit 7 out of 8. Total of 17 out of 19. You know, that's
89% accuracy.
absolutely.
For under 17s, that's outstanding.
In the pressure of a grand final, these kids are nervous. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going out there as calm as cool as cucumbers. They understand that there's been a little bit of there's a national title on the line.
Yep,
You know, this is
absolutely.
a chance for them to say we're the best of the best in our country at
Yep.
that particular time. And so there are nerves, and to produce those sort of figures is pretty impressive. By the other extreme, Victoria have only hit 5 out of 8 at 67% in that first quarter. 2 out of 3 to the shooter, and 3 out of 5 to the goal attack there. So that's a significant difference. Obviously, the New South Wales are getting a lot more volume.
Definitely.
And doing more with it anyway. So
Brockman again. No hesitation on the shot. Will certainly give his teammates confidence. Considine to Cram and back again. Malone to Thompson. Evans looks straight into the circle.
very unselfish there by Cram. He could have taken that shot, but just wants to keep hammering those nails in, doesn't he? Make sure of it.
26-10, just over 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Beautiful give and go there from Hill while he was in the air. Wishlewicz scores for Victoria. That was probably their best player of the match. Considine to Thompson. Victoria trying to pack the middle and force New South Wales wide, but they're just happy to play it around. Cram, Brockman, good tip back in. Cram with the contact. Sorry, Considine with the contact outside the circle. Victoria need to, Considine with the intercept. I was just about to say Victoria need to capitalise on that. Good effort from Turner. Thompson. Cram. Regathers.
Replays.
I thought he had good possession first take, but the umpire's obviously a lot closer than we are.
Well, we've got one sitting right beside us and she's smiling at me. So I'm not sure whose camp she's on. I think she's on Team White. So I just might move a little bit to my right so I
Did
don't
you
get...
change your surname?
so I don't get punched. Actually, I looked to my left and I got 3 umpires sitting there staring at me. So
Good effort from Alice there. Turner. Hasn't had a shot for a while. Can't make good with that one. I think technique-wise, he probably brings the ball a bit too far behind his head.
he does. It's a very low release. So it's if he extended his arms, to me, he's a natural wing attack in the making. And I don't mean that disrespectfully to his shot. I just mean he's got the physique, the size, and the speed. And I see as his career develops, he'll move out of the circle, particularly as the big boy. He starts playing against bigger boys, and he'll move into the mid-court. And he'll be exceptional at that, I'd say.
Good tap by Hill. Cram.
You got to say, Michael, there's some pretty flash shoes that Mr. Cram's wearing out there.
You can't miss him.
No,
You'll be able to see him in the dark.
He could do some road work there with those safety shoes. It looks fantastic. So, for the viewers at home that can't see it, it's fluoro green, is that what you call it? And they look amazing. So,
Thompson, Considine, onto Evans. Cram now. New South Wales just looking to extend their lead, and they do. 28-11. If you're on Twitter, tweet us at Amna Men's Mix, or on Instagram, Australian Men's Netball. Plenty of brilliant photos from Power Shots, who have taken
nice work.
thousands of photos of the week. Pictures tell 1,000 words, more than we could ever say.
I think we're giving it a fair nudge.
We can give it a crack.
Yeah, we've had a fair nudge.
Good ball, good outlet. Heaney uncontested on the far side. Turner's got to get up to shoot. Did it all within 3. Wiped the floor, wiped the ball. Picked himself and the ball back up.
You can see the shooter's lost a bit of confidence there. Zach, he's starting to pass off in a position I've seen him all week. He's banged them away all week without questioning himself. Pressure of a final, he's missed a couple of shots, and now he's sort of passing off where he really needs to be that target. If they're to get back into it, he really needs to light up. So
Turner's trying to draw Alice, but Alice is not getting sucked into the drive. And New South Wales come up with it.
Yeah. It just goes to what I was saying about Wistowich there. He needs to, stand up and be accountable. And at the moment, he's sort of trying to help his team out by passing off, and it's not. And then poor old Turner there had to take a shot from way too far out.
I also think Wistowich is probably moving a little too much in that goal circle.
Yeah.
Probably needs to post up a bit more.
He's a strong lad. He's a big lad. He's tall. He could just anchor himself in there, become an absolute target, which I said in the first quarter. If they start moving out, and that's when you're in a bit of trouble, because then you got to hang on to the ball while he's waiting for your shooter to get back into the circle. I prefer him to post up, just create an angle, like hold the shooter to the keeper to one side, and then he'll be able to create some space for himself, and it'll probably help his confidence.
I'd probably have just a basic triangle outside the circle 2, one at the top of the circle 1.
That's it.
On either of the sides, just to swing that ball and to use the front hold from Wistowich. He's got a strong body.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure the coach will be all over that and have a chat to him in the break. Speaking of the break, we got 1:19 to play, and it's 30-12.
Good hand to it by Evans. Good follow-up too. Comes up with it. Evans. Considine. New South Wales. They're making 3 and 4 leads to get free. They're working incredibly hard. Brockman couldn't keep that in. Massive thanks to our broadcast sponsor, Game Clothing. Also to medalstogo.com for the medals for the winners and the runners-up.
And the MVPs.
And the MVPs.
Everyone's getting one.
Everyone's getting one. Come down, just mention Dave's name at the door. He'll give you a medal. And also to NetFit Netball and netballscoop.com.
And of course, Stimulate's come on board late for us.
Tell us about Stimulate, Dave.
Stimulate is it's a protein powder. Pauline DaCosta, she's a fitness trainer. She's created her own powders. There's weight loss. There's things to get your metabolism going. Probably I need some. Having a look at myself right now. And you know, it's a whole protein range of powders that she's designed and marketing herself.
And New South Wales, they take that quarter 13-7, so a better effort from Victoria in that second term. But in the 17 and under Australian Championship Grand Final, it's New South Wales handsomely at half-time, 30-12. We'll be back after this. And we're back on for the third quarter in the 17 and under Australian Championship final. New South Wales 30-12 at half time. They are certainly in control of this one. Brockman, within 10 seconds, scores the first of the third for New South Wales.
Yeah, Brockman had a great second quarter, hit 9 out of 11, crammed 4 out of 7, giving them a total of 13 out of 18 for New South Wales. 72%. Not so good for Victoria. I mean, the shooting percentage was better, but they only had 8 shots on goal out of a possible 12 at 66.6% recurring. So,
just for those without a calculator nearby. Victoria, plenty of changes though.
Just using his head there.
Wistowich is off. Turner moves to goal shooter. Christian comes on at goal attack. Hughes goes to wing attack. Stringer comes off. Hill moves to goalkeeper. And Cariopa comes on at goal defence. Victoria on the board early in the third quarter. Good pickup from Hughes.
So, obviously the Victorian coach has gone to a smaller, more mobile circle to try and get this margin down. And there is a lot more movement in there. And a nice pass off there to Turner. Unfortunately, can't make the shot. Big boards, straight over, crammed. And within 3 passes, it's in the attacking goal third for New South Wales.
Yeah, Hill probably needed to commit to that.
That was really unlucky, wasn't it? That was nice play by Victoria. Couldn't quite finish the shot, and then New South Wales, bang, 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 Golski.
Victorian side, quite young. A lot of these boys will be eligible for 17s next year, so they'll take this experience and put it to good use in the off-season. Hurd finds Turner via the floorboards. Turner scores that one, 2-all in the third quarter. Day 3, these sides met. New South Wales 52-43. Day 5, 53-29 against New South Wales. And in the semi-final yesterday morning, 51-32. They're 9 wins without a miss in this tournament, New South Wales. And they're well on the way to making that 10 straight.
Yeah, the margin's 19 at the moment, and they're in complete control of the game. They've never looked like losing from this point, from the start of the game till now. So, okay, going with a straight line throw in. They're very well drilled, aren't they? Constantine with the drop there on cue.
That had the potential of being a better transition down court, but Constantine just mishandled it.
Maybe look stupid there. Thanks, Mr. Constantine.
Cooper Ellis, New South Wales goalkeeper, was actually player of the tournament last year for New South Wales.
I can see why, because he's having a superb game today. Wouldn't surprise me if he goes back-to-back.
But Victoria won the final last year, 45-38 in Melbourne. Cram. He's saying he wants New South Wales to take this one out. Margin now 20. 11 and a half remaining in the third. Evans just a bit much on it, but flicked back in from Constantine. Brockman onto Evans. Sorry, Cram.
It's hard to believe these boys are under 17. That was as good a play as you see anywhere. Great chase, flick on, unselfish play by Brockman, straight to Cram, and they never look like missing.
Turner does a similar thing in the Victorian goal circle, and Christian scores his first of the game. And if you want to play men's netball, you can play M-League. Just hit up amnet.com.au. Look at the state associations. There should be links there for all the information about playing mixed and men's netball in your state.
I know back home in Queensland, our men's competition starts in a couple of weeks. There's still vacancies. Every team has vacancies. We never say no to anyone. It's a 6-team comp this year. If we get enough, we'll expand it to 7 or 8. So hopefully we get a bit of an impetus from this, and we'll be able to get a stronger comp, domestic comp going. So if you want to play with Junior Levy or a few of the boys from the Queensland men's side, play against Junior Levy perhaps. So
No thanks. I'll play goal attack alongside him. He'll make me look good.
He's made a lot of very ordinary goal attacks look great. So, myself included. So,
New South Wales, just a misfeed there from Considine. Cram was looking for the drive. Considine thought that he had stopped. New South Wales now putting on a press in mid-court. Let's see how well the VICs can play through it. Unfortunate step there
footwork call
from
there.
Cariopa. Free pass in the goal third. Oh, good pickup. Oh, step again from Cariopa. He can't believe it. Graham will take the free pass in the circle, swings it outside to Considine. Good hold there from Brockman.
He's a slight young man, but he's quite strong, Brockman. He's like he was double teamed there. He's still able to hold the space, pop out to the top, get the ball, and then the jump shot to finish. So
excellent timing.
Exactly, must play a little bit of basketball, I think. I think Victoria have been better in the second half. Like since we've come back from the break, they've tried harder. Their structure's a little bit more solid. It's just New South Wales are just so strong across the entire court.
Yeah, and Victoria struggling to finish on occasions. Turner with the offload, Christian with the goal. The intensity is still there from Victoria, just not being able to get too much ball off the New South Wales attack end. Hurd, penalty outside against Considine. Over the top from Alice. Contact on the second attempt. Little shake of the head.
Tough call, that. I thought he got that clean. I think she got him for the follow through when he came through.
Second attempt.
Yeah, second attempt. Must have just clipped the guy as he went through.
Considine to Evans. Back to Considine. Rims out for Cram. Tipped back in by Cariopa. Noble assists. Evans with the contact.
Yeah, it's just slightly late on that one. The idea was right. If he went the other hand, he would have had that clean. So, they're working so hard, the Victorian boys.
Just
having to push the pass a little bit extra, which is causing the turnover. It's just because of the intensity of the New South Wales defence. So they're just struggling to get it through. Malone, I think, has been quite superb. Like we're giving Ellis a lot of raps, but Malone has done a great job just out here picking off ball, making it so hard they can't hit the top of the circle. It's got a lot to do with Malone. So
Considine, that was a poorly placed pass. Not enough on it. Hill gets the penalty, but a poor outlet from Cariopa. Poor pass choice. Should have been strong into the chest of Noble. Thompson will take the throw in. Cariopa taps it back out. Let out probably a little bit of frustration too.
He certainly spiked that ball. So
Noble.
No one was sitting there.
Cariopa. Noble. Hughes just stopped on his drive then. Thompson coming through to tap it out of court. Oh, Considine. Unlucky. Umpire deemed that he had landed before he released the ball.
So we were talking about how Vic are playing much better. It's 6-6 this quarter. So, you know, the margin's not getting any bigger. Unfortunately, they're not eating into it. So in terms of result for the match, they're now leading. So 7-6 for the quarter. So, but they need to be probably getting there a little bit quicker because we're just under 6 to play in the third, and the margin is still just 17.
Oh, jump from Malone.
Probably should take the shot. He's shooting well. Yeah, good on you, son. So he's pretty excited about that. He's trying to get his boys worked up.
So 8
Gillingham.
goals from Victoria in 9.5 minutes. That's their best return in a quarter so far. So the attack end functioning a lot better. Just need to get some stops defensively, but not when Brockman is shooting like that.
Yes. He's got high volume, high percentage. Tall lad, it's pretty hard to stop him.
Hand to it from Considine. Bird, Christian and Turner running to the same space.
No chance of getting that one.
Alice flings it to Evans. Cram. Brockman out of the circle. Back to Evans. Oh, little hot shoe shuffle from Brockman.
It's a very good show, that. So, David Atkins, have you seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
Go and see it. It's not bad. So, do you like a bit of tap dancing?
No, can't say I do.
Okay, well, probably shouldn't see it then. There's a fair bit in there.
I can appreciate the art of dance, but
not your thing?
nah.
You'll be busting the move tomorrow night, won't you? Tonight, sorry, at the function?
Oh, perhaps. If you're all lucky. There'll be no cameras there, so maybe.
We're not covering that.
No, I hope not.
So, and
Might
of course,
lose some friends.
the function, whilst it's a big celebration, all the Australian teams get named. 17s, 20s, touring to New Zealand in October.
Yep.
Part of the New Zealand national titles.
Yep.
We name a 23 Sonic. It's 23's Australian side, a Sonics mixed side, a Sonics men's side.
Yep.
Bit of a change in the guard. The men's team, we might see some new faces in there, perhaps.
Particularly with a couple of retirements.
A lot of retirements.
Impending retirements.
Yes.
Particularly after this tournament.
Yes.
From at least Queensland and Victoria in the Open Men's Division.
I believe our northern state may be going through a rebuilding phase in the next year or two. It's time for our young players to step up. We've sort of held them back a little bit while we've had a great side, an ageing but very successful championship side, back-to-back to 2014, 2015. Unlucky not to get the biscuits last year. Lost a final. Victoria just too good in the end. So that era of player will probably move on. There's a lot of talk from the boys. Last night there was a lot of bit of soul searching going on. So so the Queensland side will be rebuilding. So exciting times for Queensland because we're doing well in the juniors. Like we're in the 23s final. Knocked off the 20s last night. Back-to-back 20s. And our 17s performed quite well. So it's not that we haven't got the talent coming through. It's just whether they're ready or not. So, but Junior Levy might be back, so you put young kids around him, he'll lift them, so good times. And Victoria, you know more about Victoria than I would.
Nothing.
Sky Key retiring again?
Who knows? He's had more comebacks than John Farnham, I think.
Oh, mate.
The man who apparently invented netball with Gary Passion. Junior Levi had said the other night that they were playing it on the Arc some time ago. But, word Guy Keane, Will Jamieson has said that this is his last year, retired from international year at the end of the series in New Zealand last year. Believe that he's calling it quits after the final today. Two great servants to men's netball. Let's hope they aren't lost for good.
I think Guy would probably be one of the best coaches going around. Like if he can transform his court smarts into the coaching role, and some great players can't, I think he'd be one that definitely could. I think he could end up being a high-level coach in any form of netball. One of the smartest players I've ever seen.
He is coaching, or did coach Vic Fury, assistant coach of Vic Fury this year in the Australian Netball League. Victoria Fury making the final, but losing to Western Australia. That was a great win for Western Australia.
Yeah, the
at
Sting,
home,
wasn't it?
At home. Their first A&L win, first A&L final. So it was a big weekend in Western Australia for that.
Gut-wrenching finals for the Queensland Fusion. Lost 2 of them in overtime by 1.
3 overtime finals in that final series. That was great netball.
And Constantine's coming off. We've got a timeout here. Constantine coming off.
Forcadilla coming on at wing attack and Evans moving to centre. Forcadilla did get court time in the semi-final. Played incredibly well. And Constantine has been outstanding so far. Just over 90 seconds to go in the third. New South Wales 40-22. So 10 all this third quarter. No inroads being made again from Victoria, but they are keeping the pace.
Yeah, they've gone to the smaller moving circle. They've took the big man with Wachowski off, and it's certainly made a difference. Like he'd lost confidence, unfortunately. It's a shame because he's a big man. He's shot well all week. So
nice shot from Turner.
These two young kids are playing with a lot of confidence in that circle now.
Victoria looking to finish the quarter strong. Hurd, Turner, swings it. Good hand from Alice, good backup from Thompson. Alice again offering right down to the transverse line. That's what you like to see, your goalkeeper pitching in.
Yeah, it's a great play. Teams that use their goalkeeper coming in attack seem to be able to progress the ball a lot easier than the ones that don't. A lot of keepers just throw the ball, think they've done their job, but if you can get that, pick that middle channel, the middle channel particularly, if you can run that middle channel, it just opens it up beautifully. And speaking of Mr. Ellis, Liz Ellis used to do it brilliantly for the Diamonds.
She did.
And the Sydney Swiss before them. So, yeah, I love that channel when the keeper runs it. In fact, when I coach, I actually set up plays from throw-ins based around the keeper driving the channel. So, quarter comes to an end,
That is
Michael.
three-quarter time. No goal from the umpire there. It was 11-all the third term, but New South Wales look home and hosed in the 17 and under Australian Championship final. It's day 7. It's grand final day. New South Wales lead Victoria 41-23. Court for the last quarter. Changes again for Victoria. Heaney comes back on at goalkeeper. Hill and Hughes are off. Noble to centre, Hurd to wing defence and Stringer to wing attack. Victoria still looking to peg the margin back. For Considine has come back on at centre and Forcadilla off, so only a couple of minutes on court for Forcadilla. Possession to commentary there. Thompson with the throw in, imploring his teammates forward. Evans swings it to Considine. And Brockman, too strong under the post. New South Wales first to score. They're still playing with some intensity. They are not letting up at all. Christian looks to Turner. Alice steaming through. Didn't get a hand to it. Turner now. Nice shot from Alice.
Ooh, clash of bodies there.
Thompson bumps Christian to the floor on the take. Evans, Thompson, Considine, and Brockman front space. He'll get it every time.
Well, in testament to that is he hit 8 out of 8 in the third quarter there, Brockman, and 3 out of 4 to Cram, giving him 11 out of 12. By contrast, the Victorians, Turner, 7 out of 9, Christensen, 4 out of 5, 11 out of 14. So much improved effort there,
And more possession
yeah,
as
a lot
well.
more, and they had a lot more shots. Probably their best quarter of the match so far. If they can finish it, they might get the lead down a little bit. You know, it's currently 19, so just need to keep working hard, and perhaps I'll get some reward for their hard effort.
Touch outside from Noble. Can't believe the call. Thrown to Victoria. Brockman tried to keep it in. Heaney will take the throw in. New South Wales call to arms there to try and force a turnover. That's a very loud press.
Probably the loudest one we've heard all week. It was a call to arms, wasn't it? So, and it worked a treat. First
Sure
pass,
did.
straight
Put
out
the Vics
sideline.
off.
So,
Good tap back though by Hurd. Turner swings it early. Saw Hurd was on. Alice, he has been everywhere. Such steady play entering that circle. And it's a 4-0 start to the quarter.
yeah, it's the sting seems to have gone out of the Victorian tail. Like they had a great third quarter. I was hoping it would continue, but the couple of changes in New South Wales, and they've just come out fighting harder. They want this, and they want a fair margin in this. It's been 11 years in the making, so they've waited for this title for a very long time.
Yeah, they've lost a few.
And their coach, Josh Boggers, has obviously given them a bit of a rev up at three-quarter time. He obviously wasn't happy with that quarter.
No.
And they have responded in kind. So
4 goals in the first 3 minutes is a good response. A shot off from Christian.
see the elevation of Ellis there. He was well above the ring when he pulled that in.
Well, he's player of the match for mine, even though Brockman has been pretty prolific and has had about 4 opponents.
I have to agree with you there. Ellis is, well, he effectively took out their biggest attacking weapon in Wachowski for Victoria.
Yep.
Like, his efforts in that first half resulted in Wachowski having to be benched, and as such, it set up the win. So you're probably right, man of the match. Will the umpires see it your way?
Probably not.
Yeah,
Commentator's curse. Give him a wrap. Heaney. Yeah, I don't think they used Wish the Witch to their advantage in that first half, Victoria.
no, they had a height advantage and, to me, a strength advantage, but yeah, they certainly didn't. He looked a little bit nervy, and some of the feeding into him was not ideal, and he struggled to pull the ball in, and then his shot went off, and it just snowballed for the poor young kid there.
So Victoria the press has not been pulled for a while, certainly not set up on that throw-in. Brockman had hands
Nice
all over
rebound
him.
there.
Heaney, Hurd, Kariopa, not the best of passes. Hurd to Noble. Stringer sort of mistimed it. And New South Wales on the attack again. Evans, beautiful high pass. Brockman went one way, then the other.
Delightful shot.
And Victoria yet to score in the opening 6 minutes of the final quarter, sorry. 7-0 start to the term for New South Wales. Hurd's coming off. Hill is moving to goal defence and Kariopa to wing defence. And a touch from Hill. Within seconds of being on the court, a drag from Stringer, unfortunately. Clipped on the heel on the way past.
Not the most ideal start for the young fella.
But
There you
Thompson,
go.
though,
But he forced that turnover. So
missed pass to Evans.
I like to think Stringer forced it. So, I think Evans has had a great game for New South Wales. He's controlled the offense there. He's been the one that's hitting the circle mainly and feeding the shooters. The quality of ball into Brockman has been quite superb, and a lot of it's come from his hands. So they've got a great understanding.
Nice pass from Turner.
Indeed.
First goal of the last quarter.
You mentioned M-League before, Michael. Are you
Victoria.
a player of the M-League back in Melbourne?
I have never.
Never?
I've been asked to trial, but I've never managed to fit that into my schedule. Perhaps this year, we'll see how we go. I've really enjoyed doing the social media and commentary for Amner at this tournament.
It's fueled the desire to play, perhaps?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Every game I see, I'm like, I could pull the boots on again, but, at 30, it's...
You're only a young man. You wouldn't have even made your debut back in Queensland yet.
Maybe I'll move to the...
Yeah, you'll probably get
the
a game in
big
7 or 8
state.
years' time. So
Still got a few years left in me yet, looking at players like Guy Keane and Gary Passion.
So
Adam Balderston's 41, playing in VIC Open 1. Their finals coming up soon.
Lance Horton, he's from New South Wales. He's, well, I won't say what he is, but he's well past 35, and he's playing in the final as well.
And just come back from a knee reco as well, which is a massive comeback, particularly at that age, at the elite level.
Exactly.
Massive comeback.
26 Test veteran for the Australian Sonics, former captain, and an absolute gentleman of the sport. So I love watching Val play. Silky smooth.
Yeah.
You know, just he glides across the floor. So
netball for any age.
that's it. So I find men at the elite level tend to play a little bit later. Like for me, elite women are 26 to 32.
Yep.
And I reckon men are more sort of, 28 to 36.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's just, I think that's basically because we start the game later in life. You know what I mean? So, but then there's some incredible young talent coming through too. So there's a flip side to everything.
Some massive young talent. If you've been able to watch any of the championships this week,
Yeah.
there's a lot of potential.
Oh, he's been cleaned up there, the young wing attack. So,
Yeah, Stringer looked to have copped a knock to the jaw.
yeah, he grabbed his knee on the way down as well. So I don't know if it was a dual thing, but he's definitely
He's hobbling and rubbing his jaw.
he's got the dislocated jaw there. But
Been
looks
knocked to pillar to post.
actually, no, he looks all right for the viewers at home. I better not panic here.
So Hurd comes back on a wing attack, and Victoria not letting up.
Just checking he's still got all his teeth. So, yeah. No, they're all there. That's good news. Yep, we can still bite into that steak. So,
Christian offloads to Turner.
maybe he'll have to get the chicken tonight rather than go the
Or the
beef.
soup. We'll give him a straw.
Yeah. So,
New South Wales 48 to 25. 5.5 minutes to go in the
Brockman
final
all alone.
quarter. Brockman, we've said his name umpteen times today.
probably not the best guy to leave unattended under the hoop. So,
He will punish.
and you're saying you're pretty busy. You're one of the writers and exponents of Netball Scoop. Great read.
Yeah, I unfortunately was nominated chair last year. We've
excellent.
moved to a committee-based ownership.
Beautiful.
We are the largest netball website in the world, 3,500 members worldwide, social media reach of, or following of 20,000. We've got a magazine also, so check out netballscoop.com for all the latest netball news. We're essentially a hub for all the news. We gather it from right around the world and put it into one place for everyone to read. We've got writers based in Australia, New Zealand and the UK, covering all sorts of netball.
Got another injury here, brother. The keeper sort of seemed like he collected the post on the way up for that
he's
ball.
Doubled over. I think he's wincing, but he's got a bit of a
he
grin.
may have been injured in the area we don't like to be injured, speaking from the male perspective. And now he has to sort of crawl off.
So Spencer comes back on.
Yeah.
Quite a frank description to the coach. I've been hit in the nuts.
So not much help we can give him there. So,
Bit of ice?
Bit of time. It just needs some time
About
for
20
that.
minutes.
Put the danker up down,
should be
boys.
good,
You
yeah.
don't need the danker up.
No.
So
Good effort by Stringer.
everyone's having
Sorry,
a bit of a laugh.
Spencer.
Is it expensive? So ourselves
He's
included.
giggling to himself on the bench.
This is
Certainly not pleasurable.
Not getting any love from anyone.
Hill, good outlet to Hurd. And straight over the top to Christian.
Nice passage of play from Victoria. I don't think we've got the changes on that one. It's coming.
So it looks like Peru has come on at goalkeeper for New South Wales for the final 4 minutes of the match. Ellis has moved to centre. He hasn't done enough work today. We're going to put him out to centre.
Showing his versatility. He's moving like a centre, isn't he? Look at that.
Sure,
Yep.
I'm sure he could play any position.
If
Put
he
him
wasn't
goal
in the match, I
shooter.
think he now is with that move.
Oh, absolutely.
So there he goes. He wants the ball.
Thompson,
Oh.
good effort from Hill, good tap. And the backup followed that one through really well. Oh,
Not ready for it.
Carryover, just a misfire to Noble, who wasn't ready for it as well. Ellis looking for the long outlet to Cram.
Nice pass. He can do no wrong, Ellis.
It was
So
a nice use of the space from Cram. Moved well. Victoria come up with it. Final 3 minutes of the 17 and under Australian Championship final for 2017. Live on the Gold Coast at the Sports and Leisure Centre. Brand new stadium, only been open a week. Could only get into it 2 days before the tournament started. We're putting on the finishing touches for the Commonwealth Games next year, so we're privileged to have it first.
They were still painting the lines when we got here, so it was, yeah, it was interesting. So we've had a few technical issues. The fire alarm keeps going off.
Yeah.
So, but each day gets better and better. It's going to be a superb venue. I believe they're having badminton here and some weightlifting.
Yes.
And when you pull the seats out, the stadium effect here is going to be amazing. So one of the benefits of getting the Com Games on the Gold Coast, you get some beautiful facilities like this, and I'd imagine afterwards it'll just be something great for the Gold Coast community for years to come.
Absolutely.
So, you know, we've got a new 8-court netball centre, you know, which we didn't have on the Gold Coast. So, awesome.
Certainly a good investment.
Oh,
Look
no
away
look
from
from
Alice. Brockman
Stop it.
brings up number
That's
50.
showtime. The man thinks he's in the Lakers. So, I think we need to get on Ellis. So, he's going all right.
And a few more changes for the final 2 minutes. Credian comes on at wing attack for Evans, and Turner on at wing defence for New South Wales. Credian, I think he's the youngest in the team, certainly the shortest.
Doesn't necessarily mean he's the youngest.
No, that was a method of deduction that had no, there's no reasoning behind that whatsoever. No scientific evidence at all.
So, yes, but he is a little bit vertically challenged. I will give you that. So, actually, he does look the youngest there. I've looked at him. He's, yeah, I think I got a little sister older than that. So,
final 90 seconds of the game. Victoria, a nice shot from Turner, brings up number 27.
they haven't stopped fighting the Victorians. They've just been outplayed across the board.
Yeah, no, they haven't, but New South Wales have been pretty clinical from start to finish. They're probably going to finish up with their, well, that's their equal biggest margin of the week, 24.
Elisari,
And they've averaged 52 goals against Victoria this week. They're at 51, so...
yeah, I think there's a significant age difference in the size. Like, you look at Elisari, he's clearly 17. The guy's got a moustache. You know, he's... and the power of his passes because of the strength of the young man.
Yep.
You know, and he's up against a guy who's probably only 15, you know what I mean? So in junior levels, 2 years is huge, you know,
Yep.
in all sports, not just netball, but yeah. So you got a New South Wales side that was primed for this, a little bit older, against a young up-and-coming Victorian side who still made the final.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, you know,
Great effort.
Next year, they'll probably be superstars, you know.
Step from Christian.
So it looks like the 10-year drought is over.
The drought is certainly over for New South Wales. They'll be wrapped with that. They'll be wrapped to have some great talent to choose from in future years. Alice still on the drive, circle edge, looking for Brockman or Cram for one last goal. Brockman obliges.
I'm just going through the records while we got here. This competition has changed age groups. Sometimes at 17, sometimes at 18. And that's the first New South Wales winner in an underage group since 1998. They won the 18s title in 1998. And most of them have been Victoria. So a great effort. And the drought is definitely broken.
So almost 20 years since a 18 or 17 and under age group win for New South Wales.
Pretty much.
And they take
Yeah,
out
that's
the
exactly right.
2017 Australian Men's and Mixed Championship title in the 17 and under division, 52-27 against Victoria, an 11-4 final term. They were great from start to finish.
Absolutely.
That first quarter 17-5 really set the tone for the rest of the match.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to have a medal presentation shortly. We're going to catch up with a few of the stars of the side. But you'd have to say that it was a dominant performance. Across the board, they beat their man, every one of their... I can't think of one Victorian player who outplayed his New South Wales opponent.
Agreed.
Any of the changes they made worked. Like Ellis, in our mind, the keeper of the tournament,
Yep.
has moved into centre, and he looked like he should have been playing there all week, and the coach made a mistake. So that's how good he went in that game. So
Certainly a star for the future.
Oh, absolutely, and it's a great performance. Brilliantly coached by Josh Bogas, and yeah, so they got the result.
Great to see the boys come together and the coaches too for the last huddle of the 17 and under tournament. Great sportsmanship from the boys.
And we're going straight to the medal presentation. There is a simultaneous game going on beside us, which is getting presented first. And then we'll be back to the presentation here.
James McCallum, Head of Development and Strategy, on hand to present the medals.
He flew in this morning.
He did. He's keen.
He is absolutely keen. I think he suffers from FOMO, fear of missing out.
FOMO, yep.
We haven't been having a lot of fun up here, particularly on the live streaming. And
Well, he's been able to watch from home.
Exactly. James had a lot of advice for us on the live streaming, and I think now he wants to get a little bit more hands-on today and make sure that everything runs smoothly. So we can blame the technical difficulties we're having on James, perhaps, because we didn't have any before he got here. So
Needed someone at the back end, but no, this game was a great performance from New South Wales. Great all week, undefeated, 10 wins in a row throughout the week. You cannot be upset about that at all.
Nah, you can't. Yeah. Clearly the better team, the
Yep.
best team in the competition won. Sometimes you're
Yep.
the best team, you don't win. That was the best team, the best individual players.
And
they
certainly
won.
the best on the day, 25 goal margin, their biggest win of the week against Victoria also.
Yeah, they peaked at the right time. Their semi-final was dominant, and the final was even more dominant against the same opponents.
Yeah, Victoria having to play against Queensland again last night in the preliminary final. So huge advantage to be winning to be the winner of the major semi-final.
It absolutely is, and we saw that in the open men's division. Like Queensland
Yeah.
was spent. You know,
Yep.
there's no way around that. So we've got the presentation here. The umpires have just received their medals. Anna Rayleigh, Jordan King, and Jess Roach. They all received their medals. Big smiles on the dials there. They did a pretty good job, the umpires, I thought.
Yep.
I'm trying to think
Didn't
of
notice
controversial-
them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and that's what you want.
Yeah, I was trying to
Control
think of
the
a
game really
controversial
well.
call, but I can't. So, no warnings there. I like a good warning early in the
Oh,
match.
no.
Yeah. Here come the Victorians, holding their heads up high. It was a great effort. They were just outplayed on the day.
Yeah, second placed for such a young, developing side.
Yeah.
They'll be back again next year, bigger and stronger.
Exactly. Just look, you can see their young side just by their height alone. So, got one of the dads wandering on the court into the camera shot. So, obviously not aware we're live streaming. That's it. No worries. No worries, Dad.
Just a proud family member there,
Yeah.
trying to capture all the
Yeah.
moments.
He might get a better shot on his iPhone than power shots, perhaps.
Oh, I don't know about that. Power Shots have done a great job this week. I'll tell Michael and him
You
that.
never know. So, Dad wants that personal memory. So, oh no, that chant I hate.
Is it because you're a Queenslander?
Absolutely, because I'm a Queenslander. So I've heard that over my netball career many times. Funny story, I used to coach the Queensland indoor men's side. Lost to Victoria 4 years straight.
Oh,
4 years by less than 3. So, yeah, and I used to hear that chant every presentation night.
well, the chance you'll be hearing it quite a few times
Yes,
today.
I feel so.
Victoria contesting the remaining 5 grand finals.
Excellent. We've been surrounded by mums taking photos.
I thought they were taking photos of us, but
Excellent. Don't forget
apparently
we
there's
are
kids on
sponsored
the
by
court.
Power Shots. So
Nobody keeps standing in front of me.
he will get a perfect shot. Look, there it is there.
And they will download that.
See?
Okay.
Excellent.
Now we can move.
New South Wales being presented their medals now. The standout team of the week. It's the
It's,
4th win
absolutely
against
true.
Victoria for the week. It'd be great to see some of these under 17s move up to under 19s next year.
It's all happening here. We're surrounded by mothers pointing out to us.
They will now. They can put that on their own highlight
absolutely
reel.
live. You'll be able to watch that back.
Sorry, son, for ruining your coverage.
It'll be on all the millions of DVDs we produce on the YouTube account for life. As long as there's YouTube, we'll have those comments.
And New South Wales with the shield now.
Now the mums run on the court. Very proud moment. So
It's like it's the Oscars.
it is. What do you reckon? This coverage will get us a Logie?
Oh, look, I think we're a strong contender.
I'd be disappointed if we don't get a nomination at least. Hopefully we'll see the big shield go up. Will we see the raising of the shield? Here it comes.
Yeah.
Here it
Brilliant.
comes. He's going to let
Ellis,
us down. Come on,
he's gonna
Ellis,
do
getting
it.
the boys together. No, they're actually going down on the knees. Oh, hello.
Oh, Freddie in.
Doing it slightly differently here.
Nice one, boys.
Oh, there it is. There it is. The racing of the shields. Ellis can do no wrong.
No, he
He
can't.
can carry people. He's carried the team, and now he's carrying the captain. So,
Had a great match.
absolutely.
He's had a great week.
You'd be surprised if he doesn't make the Australian side, wouldn't you? Just on what we saw today. If we didn't, we haven't seen every game every
It
week.
would be remiss of selectors to leave him out.
But dominant performance. We'll try and get a quick word with him. We'll stay on the air. I'll go and grab Ellis if you prepare for that. Won't be a moment.
Is it Boges?
That's because my hair's so good.
Yeah, focus.
Do you want me to walk out there?
So we have the coach of the victorious New South Wales side, Josh. What a brilliant week from your boys. 10 wins without a loss.
Yeah, it is. Look, credit to the boys. They've worked really hard the last 6 months putting it all together. So I'm just glad they got some consistent netball during the week and come up with the goods.
And also this game today, 17-5 that first quarter. You must be wrapped with that.
Yeah, look, the boys have been starting really well. So it's credit to them. They worked really, really hard. So that's what we've been looking for, consistent starts and take the game away like that.
Where to from here? Will you lose many of the boys to the under-19s next year?
Yeah, some of the boys age out, but some of them still qualify for 17 Aussies. So they've been working really hard to try and get in there. So we'll just have to wait and see what we get next year.
Congratulations on the win. Brilliant effort. Cooper, brilliant match from yourself today. How did you find the week?
Oh, it was incredible, the atmosphere from everyone, all the boys, 110% every game. It's what you want, and Indiana got us over the line.
10 years, Victoria have won the title in a row. How good does it feel for the title to be in New South Wales' hands?
Oh, it's undescribable. From last year when we went down by 4, coming out this year and just blowing them out the water, it's the best feeling I've ever had.
Congratulations on the win. Well played, mate. Brilliant week. Katie, Victorian coach, tried your heart out today. The intensity was there across 4 quarters, just were unable to finish it off.
New South, really slick, well trained. A lot of them have had the Nationals experience, so we'll be better for it. But they were just too good.
How many of the boys will you be able to keep in this program for next year in the under-17s division? How much more improvement would you expect from these boys over the next 12 months?
7 of them are still eligible for 17 under next year. We've got a lot of 13 and 14-year-olds. We've got some young ones, so we've got a number of years left in them. They will be much better for the experience this time around.
And commiserations on the loss. It was a brilliant week from the boys, only the second loss for the week, so best of luck for next year.
Thank you.
And Kyle Heaney, brilliant game from you. You tried your heart out, boys. How did you guys find the week? Pretty tough to back up from that prelim final yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, quite a few sore bodies at the end of the game there, few tight legs. The 9 a.m. start wasn't helpful either. It was quite an early start there, so not much recovery.
You don't get many sleep-ins across the week of the Australian Championships. Where to from here for the boys? You must be really proud of the heart with which they played. It was a tough prelim yesterday, only 3 goals in it, but to come out today and still give that 100% effort, you must be really pleased with that.
I'm so proud of them to come out here. A lot of them, it's their first nationals ever, and like Katie said, we've got quite a few young blokes in the team here, so this is probably the best experience they'll get in a netball sense, playing at such a young age in this sort of tournament.
Well, brilliant week from you. We look forward to seeing you back again next year. Well done. So New South Wales wrapping up the 17 and under division here on day 7, grand final day from the 2017 Australian Championships, 52-27 over Victoria.